Hi there. I have another little challenge entry to share with you guys. This one is for Debbie Vignola, and Debbie is celebrating 5 years on YouTube. Wow. Congratulations, Debbie. And so what she's asking for is either handmade flowers, or you could do lace holders made out of chipboard or cardboard. But I'll leave a link below so you can go over and she will tell you exactly what it is that she is looking for. And so I've known Debbie for a while, and so, I always want to participate in everything that she does, and Debbie's so super talented, and she's just a friend to everybody. She's always there for support for everybody. And if you don't know Debbie, please go over and subscribe to her. And she's just a lovely, lovely lady. And so Debbie is very fond of Beatrice Potter characters. And so I had this image already in my stash. And so I thought it was the perfect one to use. And instead of making a card, I decided to do a tag this time, and the back is has a little message on it for her. And the seam binding bow at the top, Debbie, you can actually just untie that bow and then just tie a knot in the ends of the seam binding and make a hanger out of it if you want to hang it. But so I've just printed the image on paper, and then most of the applique pieces, the leaves here, and all of these pieces at the bottom minus the dangles were all avocado dyed. And then I've got 3 little wild orchid craft flowers there, little roses. And then I went around the image with some trim, and then there's also some lace on the back underneath the image there. And then just a few more flowers. I think this was actually a Recollections flower that I've had in my stash. And then that one is a fabric flower there with a flatback pearl. And then just a few snippets of applique leaves down there. And then the dangles. So that's the little tag that I'm going to send to her. And I decided to go with the fabric entry. You could either do a fabric, or you could do the paper, or I would imagine you could do both, but I chose to do the handmade flowers. So I made her a few flowers. There's this one, which is made out of, it's actually a curtain fabric. You can see the embroidery lines that are going through it there, the stitching. And then I have a ruffle from a lady's blouse that's on top of that, and then a little bit of gathered lace, and then a pretty little button in the center there. That's that one. And then the next one is this one, which is made out of a really soft cotton fabric. And then it also has a lace layer in there. And then there's an applique flower. And then there's a little bit of a delicate lace in the center. And then a pretty little bling center there. Okay, and then this one is made, it has a doily on the bottom, and then it has some chiffon fabric, and then a really pretty lace trim there that's on tulle. And then I have a few little applique leaves in the center, and then that pretty bling center on it there. Okay, and then the next one, this one is kind of fuzzy on top of fuzzy. It has a really fuzzy, the back part of it, the pink, is a fuzzy fabric that I found, and then I've just layered on top of that a cotton, like a muslin, that I've frayed the ends of it. And then I've got a pretty little applique flower in the center, and then a resin rose in the center of that one. Okay, and then the last one is this one, and this one is also on a pink doily. And then I've got an eyelet trim in there, and then this pretty little delicate sheer lace. And there's a couple of layers of that. And then there's one of those pretty little dimensional flowers with the pearls in it. So those are the flowers that I'm going to send. And then I made a little bag to put them in. I didn't make the bag, I shouldn't have said that. I decorated this little canvas bag And so there's nothing on the other side. And this is actually glued on, Debbie, but you can, if you pull it, you can get it off if you want to use it on something else. But I've just layered some different applique pieces. I've got this long one here, and then there's a larger one over here on this side. There's also a doily under there, and then a few more little applique pieces. There's one little piece there that has lots of beading on it. I did not do that. It came that way. And then I made the little gathered, it's a little cotton fabric, and then I used some of the same fabric and created the little rolled rose that goes in the center on top of the little doily there. And then we've got some little dangling bits down here. There's some beads dangling, and then there's some little applique leaves that are dangling down there, and there's also some eyelash trim in there. So I will put all the flowers in that little bag for her and pop that in the mail. And one last thing, I'm going to piggyback on the back of this video. Debbie, I hope you don't mind, but I have baby news finally. Excuse me, my husband and I were out of town for the Easter holidays, so I wasn't able to come on and do a video, but baby arrived perfectly safely last Wednesday evening. So on the 28th, baby came along, and I'm tickled to death to say it's a girl. I am so totally shocked. I could have just fell out of my chair when my son called and told me that it was a girl, because, you know, being 2 weeks late, I just knew that it was a big old boy in there, but it was a big old girl in there. She was 8 pounds and 8 ounces, so she's a big girl. When they sent the picture, I actually thought she looks like she's about 6 months old. She's a big girl. And but everybody's fine. Mother is fine. Baby's fine. And I'm going to go out there next week, so I'll get to meet her and hold her next week. So I know a few of you have asked about baby news, and I didn't want to answer on comments, so I wanted to wait and share it so everybody could hear it at the same time. So, but that's my news. I'm so happy, and that's it for now. So take care, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.